Welcome to Wisdom for Your Day, where we share the practical life lessons of real people that you can apply to your own journey today. By the mid-1960s, Catherine Woods was 17 years old, pregnant, and facing a future shaped by severe poverty and homelessness. 3 decades later, she became the first African-American woman to lead a publicly traded media empire, Cathy Hughes, the founder and chairperson of Urban One. That transition wasn't guaranteed. She built her company while being rejected by the market, ignored by major lenders, and pushed to the very edge of financial ruin. Her journey reveals a blueprint for overcoming those barriers. She responded to early struggle with a specific blend of faith, constant innovation, and a mission-driven mindset that eventually turned her vision into a market-leading reality. In 1979, Hughes set out to buy her first radio station, WOLAM. But as a Black female entrepreneur, she was trying to break into a Washington, D.C. establishment that was deeply resistant to her presence. This diagram represents the scale of the resistance. She pitched her business vision to bank after bank and was systematically rejected 32 consecutive times. To keep moving, Hughes treated those rejections as neutral data rather than a personal failure. Lenders often focused on her personal life instead of her financials, so she chose to see their bias as a hurdle to clear rather than a reason to stop. She countered their doubt with unwavering self-belief. She famously told skeptical investors that one day she would be the most profitable company in their entire portfolio. She refused to shrink her vision. She maintained a high-volume application strategy fueled by her faith until she finally secured the angel investor she needed. Rejection in business is often a statistical hurdle. By decoupling her self-worth from the market's initial no, she was able to outlast the resistance. Even after acquiring the station, the crisis intensified. Departing staff sabotaged the facility's equipment, leaving Hughes with a broken studio and massive immediate debt. The financial strain cost Hughes her home. To save the business, she and her son moved directly into this broadcast studio, living out of a sleeping bag while they worked to turn the station around. During this time, she operated by the adage, "This too shall pass." She viewed these hardships as temporary cycles, a perspective that allowed her to stay focused on the work rather than the loss. Lacking the funds to play music, she pivoted. She identified a cultural gap in the DC market and invented a new zero-music format, 24-hour talk radio from a Black perspective. This decision drew on a proven track record. Earlier in her career at Howard University, she had already invented the syndicated Quiet Storm music format. She was developing a systematic ability to identify empty lanes in media and fill them. True innovation often comes from these moments of extreme resource constraints, which force a visionary to build entirely new solutions when the standard ones are out of reach. The engine behind her long-term endurance was her mission. She anchored her goals in serving the African American community, creating a purpose that went deeper than quarterly profit margins. She prioritized that mission over easy revenue. She once walked away from a lucrative advertising deal with a car dealership because they refused to hire Black salesmen. As her company grew, she used her hiring and purchasing power to set a new standard, directly challenging the systemic biases that had tried to block her own entry into the field. She didn't wait for the establishment to give her a platform. She built her own. By 2004, she successfully expanded her vision from local radio into national television with the launch of TV One. A mission-driven approach is a hardened business strategy. It creates a sense of purpose that sustains a team and a founder through the heaviest market turbulence. Cathy Hughes navigated systemic bias, survived debt that would have ended most businesses, and turned market gaps into a dominant media empire. You can apply her blueprint today. Step 1. Define a mission larger than yourself, a purpose that will fuel your work when short-term progress slows down. Step 2. Treat rejection as neutral data. Do not allow a no from a lender, a client, or the market to become a personal reflection of your worth. Step 3. Internalize the reality that this too shall pass. By treating failures as temporary phases rather than permanent states, you can avoid the kind of short-term panic that derails a long-term vision. These lessons are actionable right now. Use them to become a champion of change in your own field and be the change you want to see in the world. This has been Wisdom for Your Day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. For more, visit us on YouTube by the same name.